Good afternoon. It's a little bit of that and a little bit of this, and today we're going on a little bit of that. We're going to go on a whole new path. Remember I said I was on a spiritual path? I was going in another direction. I was like, something is pulling me, and it's telling me things, and I wasn't listening to the universe because I had all that noise. And then I shut off the noise. Like I said, I disconnected from all the noise. I disconnected from the news. I disconnected from my phone. I just disconnected. And the universe is a beautiful place when you open up your eyes and see it. And I decided that there's only one way to do a video, and that is to go from my point of view and a perspective I see. And if anybody's going to listen, they want to hear something, as a storyteller or as a person that's going to catch your interest. And the thing was, I was like, how am I going to do this video? How am I going to do this? Why isn't this, it's not coming together the right way. And then it dawned on me this morning, out of the blue, and I realized why it wasn't making sense. Because I was trying to take it on a path of everything and nothing at the same time. And I was trying to relay a message, and I wasn't sure where the message was going, but now I realize what it is. And that is, you only know from your life experiences. I tell everybody I'm in recovery. And I have learned in my recovery that if you tell the story, sometimes people will understand you a little bit better where you're coming from. And then on top of that, if you say something and then you look at it and you think of all the different ways you could have changed it and how you can change it and how you perceive it. And then I remember, having this conversation. It's how you perceive the words that turn everything around. So I decided to turn the words around to what I want, to what I need. Success, let the magic happen. I decided to put together a book. It's something like a visionary book. It lets you be who you are for what you are. You can write anything, nothing. It's something to do. And then you find out your creativity, is better than what you thought. And you could tell a story if you do it in the right direction, with heart. And then you put everything in words and pictures of what your life is going to be. Now, see, my life, I see the universe much differently, and I got to tell you, there's a lot more out there than we're imagining. And the thing is I keep telling myself I'm a star. Well, today I found my star. I was walking, and I passed it, and I backed up because I wasn't sure I saw it, and then I saw it. So I knew my angels were talking to me because I kept asking them, what am I doing? What am I doing? What? I figured it out. The universe is mine to do with as I choose. How I see it, how I spin it, how I want to participate in it. And I know how I want to participate in it, and I already know how I participate in it. So see, the thing was, I took everything around and I changed it. I took it to a better place. Like I said, I woke up and I didn't have a clue as to what the hell was going on. I was like, why am I here? What's the purpose? I went through all these things and I'm not getting anywhere, and I'm not understanding this, and I can't hear you because I had all this noise in my head. See, this is my angel. She came to me this morning in my head, and she let me know that it's okay to be happy, sad, and her name is Sandy. She even told me her name. It was Sandy. And I wrote her a thank you letter and a gratitude letter for letting me know who she was. And then she took me down a path that I had never thought I'd go down, and I'm going to read it to you. My past life is fear. Funny, laughter, kindness, hopeful, helpful, tolerant. Entertainment in fear. Now you have the E. I have an entire entity of me. I can eat cake if I choose. I can be merry if I choose. I can enjoy life if I choose. I can enjoy nature, love, my soul, my life, to live it. A, appreciate it. When you're eternally going through life, You need to appreciate this. You need to look at the funny side of everything that is every day. If you wake up and go, oh, this is going to suck. I spilt my coffee this day. It's going to be this. I'm not going to get this done. Oh, God. And I can't wait for tomorrow. And you've already put the fear out there of your tomorrow, and it's not here today. And what is here today is the gift of life. Because you get to open the present. The whole day is nothing but a surprise. And if you keep trying to drag the minute ahead of the one that's there right now because you're impatient, you're going to miss everything. So like I said, appreciate everybody around you. Let them know you appreciate them. Even if it's just, hey, can I talk to you for a second? Give them a hug. Lean in. Let them know you appreciate them. Let them know that they're the gift, that they are a gift, that they're extensions of gifts. Because when you start walking up to somebody and letting them know how much you appreciate them, that shows how much you appreciate yourself. And you're taking fear and you're making it dance across the universe in a different undertone. Now, let's get to appreciate. You get to have the apple. It's round. It looks like the earth. It's beautiful. It's red. It's your heart. It's your soul. It's a beautiful bite of life. It's kindness. It's hopefulness. It's peace. It's the world. Appreciate life for joy, kindness, health, wealth, love, laughter, song, dance, joy, and love. Color of friends. Color of family. It doesn't matter what skin color you are anymore, folks. It doesn't matter if your hair is purple and pink and yellow and orange and there are green little men down from the universe living amongst us. The point is, we don't need all this fighting and arguing and all of this fear and this driven hatred by the media and this driven fear by the media. We're going to die. We're this close to death. We're this close. We've been this close for fucking ever. But when you look at it and you turn it around, when you plant a seed, it feeds you. It nourishes your soul. It's like the tree of life. It's there to feed you, to help you grow, to help you extend your branches, to help you extend your crown, to help you extend your leaves into Mother Nature. So you can learn how to take that oxygen and just kind of like roll around in it. Let the electricity flow through your body. Okay? That's appreciation. Now the reality is love. Okay? The reality is romance. Romance fear. Have fun with it. Take it out dancing. Take fear dancing with you. Go dancing with fear. Go sing about it. Go sing. Romance the fear. Romance it into a love story, your chapter, your world. But you've got to be positive about it. And so if you romance your heart and your soul, and you understand who you are, and you have compassion, and you're understanding, and you have the empathy. Because when you don't have these things in life for a recipe, you're not making a beautiful soup. When you throw in, my day is going to effing suck, I got another effing bill, what the hell, this kid isn't getting it, then it's what you're putting out there, because you're taking these words and you're not using them in a positive way to make the emotion happy, to make the gratitude of life a wonderful thing, because we get to be here for a short time. We've buried how many people in our family, how many friends, how many family members. Whether it was disease, whether it was an accident, whether it was a murder, whether it was. And the was is gone now. Now you can dishonor everybody that you've buried in your life by being bitter, nasty, cold, indecisive, and just a frayed out person with a lot of phrase going nowhere and nodding up. Because that's all you're accomplishing, is nodding yourself up. Fear, you hold on no power. Fear, you hold no power over me. Sandy, help me take this away from me, along with the self-doubt, remorse, my shortcomings. Take all that is no longer wanted or needed. I release you back to the earth, to the cleansed and purified. I take my place in the universe of life of that is to be blessed. I'm putting it out there positively because I don't want the fear to hold me anymore. I don't want this to be like an all end, be end, get all the end. Because there's more to the universe than anybody is letting us know. And because we're not letting us know what's in the universe, we're looking at what's our bank account say. What does Hollywood say I have to follow the new trend? What altar do I dance to now? What band do I go to? If you don't tune out the noise, you're not going to find the undertones. I'm finding the undertones. I'm finding out that seeing as how I'm in AA and I've done some horrible things, I know I have. I have been a bitch, I've been a cunt, I've been like not the very nicest person in the planet. I've made choices in my life that weren't good, but at the same time I was making those choices, I knew there was a higher something guiding me. And because I decided to let it guide me and take me to where I needed to be in my path, I found my path. Hi. My path is telling my experience and what I've learned in my growth over my lifetime. I have learned the world is not that bitter of a place. It's bitter because I made it bitter. I made it bitter by eating bitter words and putting out bitterness all the time. I hung out with people who were just as bitter, if not, ugh. After a while, you start to break the links of the chain. You start taking these links off and you start looking at them for what they really truly are. And then when you look at them and you see what it's really worth, it dissolves. It just goes away. It's not there no more. It's not needed. It's a part of your skin. Kind of like a beautiful cocoon. You're shedding your outer layer of skin. You know, the cocoon is there. Now you were this, a caterpillar with all these beautiful colors of orange and black and red, and then you put this cocoon on. And then you morphosized into something different because you took the fear and you turned it around and you decided to romance the word instead of having it stand there in front of you and going, oh my God, fear for me. I didn't want to be alone in life. Guess what? I am alone in my life. I was alone in my life. See, I'm correcting as I go. See, what I had done was I was so worried about, fear and being alone and dying alone and being alone and, oh my God, nobody likes me. I have no friends. Oh my God. No. Wrong approach. But that was my fear driving me. Telling me I was going to be old, bitter, alone, die alone. And if I'm lucky, have my animals with me, my dogs and my cat, if I'm lucky. And then I looked at it and I said, you know what? That's not my path. That's not my life. That's not me. That's not what I'm driven for. But what I did was I made an isolation. I made a deal one time saying, you know what? If I have to leave my children and be out of their lives in order for them to be happy in their life, then I'll be out of their life. And I went out of their life. And they're mad and they're angry and they're hurt, and that is on them. They chose to do that. I chose a different path because I did not want to be judged anymore by myself. I was my own worst enemy because while I was there, I could only see the places that had horrific things that happened to me. So I learned over the years I can change with the wisdom and the knowledge to change what I can change. I changed where I live. I changed the fact that I did not want to be in Minnesota. I did not want the cold. I did not want to be reminded of my past. So I changed it. I decided I'm in charge of my destiny. I can make my life the way I choose to. But I was having fear rule it over so much that it was like, oh my God, my kids hate me, I can't stand myself, my kids went through this horrific life, it was my fault, my doing. You know what? I accept my responsibility and my part in my action. but I'm not going to keep beating myself up because people think I should mentally or emotionally. I'm not going to have some of, my children looking at me with the thought in their head, that was on me. And if they forgave me, they did. If they didn't, oh well, that's okay. But I was letting the fear drive me. Now I'm driving fear into a different direction. I'm romancing it. I'm loving it. I'm playing with it. I'm going to teach it. I'm going to teach it that it's just a bunch of stars in the universe that are just blessing me left and right. I'm going to open up my crown chakra because I don't want to be in the negative. And people who want to be negative will stay there. They will stay with the fear of in the negativity because it's cool, it's warm, it's ooey, it's gooey, it's comfortable. It's when we go out of our comfort zone that we find out that the fear that was holding us back was just plain me standing in my way saying, I can't, I shouldn't, I'm, no, this won't happen, that won't happen. And by putting these words out there, I've learned that, guess what? That happened. It became really odd when I became clean and sober. I had a dream one time saying I was going to have my house, and I was going to have roommates, and they were going to pay me rent. But I wasn't thinking that way. I was thinking boarding house, a breakfast house, like a bed and breakfast. Okay, that's what I was thinking. Instead, I did the other version of recovery with men and women in recovery, and I opened up the house. But I was always worried about losing this house because it's not in my name. But that's okay, because you know what? That fear of losing this house, it wasn't meant to be. But I've been in this house the longest, so I know God's delivering me my home because I never had a home. And I thought I had to have tangible things. This is mine. This is mine. I'm holding on. I'm holding on. I'm holding on to what? What am I holding on to? I can't take it to the grave with me, for God's sakes. and the purpose of being here is to help. The purpose is to see the universe as we are all stars in our own way. We all shine in our own way. But we've let the choice of words and the noise take over. And when they've taken over, they've empowered us. They've made us weak. They've made us tired. They've made us hungry. They made us lonely. They made us angry. They made us everything we are. And then society added on, added on, added on. It was an additive of everything. From the minute we're born to the minute we get to awareness, conscious awareness. And this journey I'm on this conscious awareness now. I'm realizing that I don't have to be in the matrix to be in the matrix. I don't want to be somebody's number. I don't want to be somebody's little rat running on a tail. I don't fit in that clog. I don't fit there. I was trying to fit into something that isn't me. And me is, I wanted to be these women, with the high heels, the businesswoman look. I want that look so badly. But I don't have that look ever. Normally my look is I'm in my garden, I'm head to toe, dirty as all anything, got dirt from head to toe. Any project I get into, I am wearing 95% of that project on me. Whether it be painting, whether it be plastering, whether it's gardening, I'm like, literally, I look like a dirt ball walking in my house. Linus, a dirt cloud. And I keep telling myself, I'm going to be this famous businesswoman who is going to... No, what I am going to do is just be me. Because I don't want to be somebody else's, somebody else's, somebody else's, somebody else's. I don't want to be that person. I want to be my somebody else. I want to be my savior. I want to be my personal... I want me. I like me. Me is fun. Me is okay. I'm a little nuts. I can tell you that much, because I got to tell you, in my sobriety, there's a whole lot of people running around in my head. And I got to tell you, sometimes if I don't let those little bastards out to entertain themselves, I swear they're going to get me in so much trouble. So occasionally I'll act, I'll just do something just to get them out and have them a little exercised, and then I'll put them back in their little designated places. But I'm realizing all of those little people in my head running around, no, I am not crazy like that. I don't need medication. But I have learned to have a sense of humor not had in a long time. I mean, I'm looking at things in a different light now. And I got to tell you, the stuff that just goes on, the stupidity on TV of the marching, of the protesting, of this, of that. You know what, people? It's real simple. Let's all just put it down and look at it. It's a time to wake up. It's time to love your family. It's time to love your neighbor. It's time to love yourself. It's time to forgive yourself. It's time to find yourself. It's time. Everything is shifting in a positive mannerism for everybody, and nobody is looking or listening. Everybody is about me, I can't, I won't, oh. Stop it. Just stop. Stop for a second and look at your feet and say, what am I doing? Slowly take 5 minutes of quiet time to yourself and add on another minute and add on another minute. And pretty soon you'll find out that 5-minute quiet time, you take off your shoes, you go down outside, you find a piece of grass somewhere and you take off your shoes and rub your toes. Just let your toes feel the sand or feel the grass. Oh, God, fresh, green grass. Can you smell it? Go outside during your lunch hour and just reach your arms up and touch that tree bark and feel the energy. Scrunch your toes in that grass because it feels soft and squishy and warm and energy flows. Every 5 minutes you take that, you allow the energy of the earth to flow, the more you'll feel excited. The more you'll feel anticipation. The more you'll feel like you can't wait to wake up to greet the world, to see what's going on out there. It's so entertaining. Over the weekend, I took 2 of my vision boards and I finally burned them. I actually burned them. I set them in flames. I took a fire pit, put it together, set it in, torched the bitch. And it was great. I was letting go of all of my dreams. I was letting go of fear. I was letting go of everything. Foods taste better. Everything looks different. It's like a high in life that you can't get enough of because you finally tune in to an undertone and the universe can speak. The time can be warm. It's a warm, sensual smell that just makes everything in your brain light up. Everything in your brain just tingle. It's a wonderful feeling. So people, romance the fear. Don't let the fear take you over. I'm not going to let it anymore. I've learned I'm a superstar in my own world, and that's okay. Even if it's in my little head, I don't care. I'm a superstar. So take the fear, get rid of it, buy a plant, buy yourself a crystal, okay, that's not my crystal, this is my crystal. Buy a crystal, don't buy a crystal, buy your birthstone, buy something nice for yourself that you can wear, that'll make you happy, that'll make you joyful. Don't buy it because it's a reward. Don't buy it because you need it. Buy it because it's a whimsical thing. And then when you buy it, just hand it off to somebody else. Just give it to somebody else. You just might make their day a little bit better and a little bit joyous when nobody is expecting. Pass something on. Whether it's personal, whether it's not personal, whether it was a gift you don't like, don't want, hand it off. Give it to somebody. Just walk by and leave it on their doorstep with a little note saying, I appreciate you. And they don't even know you, but you wrote the note. You took the time to show the world that you appreciate somebody besides your self-centered soul. Open up the doors to your soul. Open up the doors and the windows to your undertones in life. Enjoy it. Have fun with it. Play with your energy. It's a wonderful feeling. It just kind of makes everything tingle. So, peace out, love, joy. I'm enjoying my journey, and I'm going to pass it on as I go with a little bit of that and a little bit of this, and be blessed. Go roll a joint. Go have a drink. Go do whatever that you do that makes you happy. You want to run, go run. You want to swim, swim. You want to fly, fly. Whatever it is that makes you happy. And remember, romance the fear. Don't let the fear take you out. Peace.